Good evening. Today, our fellow citizens, our way of life, our very freedom came under attack in a series of deliberate and deadly terrorist acts. The victims were in airplanes or in their offices, secretaries, businessmen and women, military and federal workers, moms and dads, friends and neighbors. The search is underway for those who are behind these evil acts. I've directed the full resources of our intelligence and law enforcement communities to find those responsible and to bring them to justice. We will make no distinction between the terrorists who committed these acts and those who harbored them. America has stood down enemies before, and we will do so this time. None of us will ever forget this day, yet we go forward to defend freedom and all that is good and just in our world. Thank you, good night, and God bless America. It is now my honor to sign into law the USA Patriot Act of 2001. I want to thank the director of the FBI and the director of the CIA for waging an incredibly important part on the two-front war, one overseas and a front here at home. This new law that I signed today will allow surveillance of all communications used by terrorists, including emails, the internet, and cell phones. As of today, we'll be able to better meet the technological challenges posed by this proliferation of communications technology. It is now my honor to sign into law the USA Patriot Act of 2001.
NSA and the intelligence community in general is focused on getting intelligence wherever it can by any means possible that it believes on the grounds of sort of a self-certification that they serve the national interest. Originally we saw that focus very narrowly tailored as foreign intelligence gathered overseas. Now increasingly we see that it's happening domestically, and to do that the NSA specifically targets the communications of everyone. It ingests them by default. It collects them in its system, and it filters them, and it analyzes them, and it measures them, and it stores them for periods of time, simply because that's the easiest, most efficient, and most valuable way to achieve these ends. So while they may be intending to target someone associated with a foreign government or someone that they suspect of terrorism, they're collecting your communications to do so. Because even if you're not doing anything wrong, you're being watched and recorded, and the storage capability of these systems increases every year consistently by orders of magnitude, to where it's getting to the point you don't have to have done anything wrong. You simply have to eventually fall under suspicion from somebody, even by a wrong call, and then they can use the system to go back in time and scrutinize every decision you've ever made, every friend you've ever discussed something with, and attack you on that basis to sort of derive suspicion from an innocent life and paint anyone in the context of a wrongdoer.
Act 2, The Gaze. In this new era of control through the technological, computer vision becomes a powerful tool for warfare and surveillance. New developments in computing hardware and software give way to accurate face and body detection. This new form of mechanical gaze introduces a strange power dynamic between the digital computer and the person, where the computer is the subject and the human is the object. The question arises, how does the computer software gaze upon the body? Here is a demonstration of a very popular object detection algorithm introduced in 2001 by Paul Viola and Michael Jones. The algorithm is accessible, efficient, and very accurate. The algorithm compares the form of the body to these simple rectangular patterns. These patterns compare the contrast between the white and black regions. If enough of the patterns match, then the algorithm has successfully detected a body. Technically speaking, this is very simple to understand. Philosophically speaking, things become a little bit more complex and weird. The implications that arise from the fact that computer software can detect a human using arithmetic is profound. This means that the labor of surveillance itself can be automated to a digital computer, which proves to be exponentially more efficient and effective. It can then be argued that we aren't being watched by other people, we are being watched by machines. Human detection implicates that wherever there is a camera, there is a potential for software systems to be tracking bodies and faces. The gaze of computer vision does not blink or sleep or take breaks. It can be the size of a quarter, but linked to the size of a global network. The question arises, how does the computer's gaze see the body? How does the computer gaze see the body? How does the computer's gaze see the body? How does the computer's gaze see the body?
Fashion is the medium and the solution. The show is the message. Looking is power, and clothing is defense and expression, and mediation to a